Alright, I'm here to talk about a new film titled Play Dirty. It stars Mark Walhberg and LaKeith Stanfield. This is a new action comedy heist movie, if you want to call that. And the plot is pretty much simple. Mark Wahlberg's character and his team of actors is trying to, rob something, some kind of an artifact or something. I am not sure either. What are they trying to rob? An artifact? Well, maybe. What does it look like? I don't know. And that is the problem with this film. The plot is simple, alright. But the movie never shows us anything. The details of the robbery, what they're trying to rob. An artifact? What does it look like? No. The movie just spends a lot of time planning things. Planning robbery, blah blah blah. The second problem is that, this is not a problem. This is more like a signature style of Mark Wahlberg's current state of movies. And that is that if you pay attention, in every movie that he plays in, he basically plays himself. The only other aspect is that in this film, he plays himself as a robber. That is the only difference to the character that he plays here. And even then, the movie doesn't really show you his intellect, because the fight of this movie is like Italian Job, and then you mix that with the ocean movies with George Clooney and Brad Pitt and Matt Damon. Those movies are amazing, right? They play you on that intellect, and you as an audience, you know that the characters that are in that movie are smart. They have a clear plan of what they're trying to do. The difference with this film, however, is that the movie pretends to be smart, but when you look at it in the deeper level, it is straightforward dumb, right? Because the movie spends a lot of time planning things, alright? But you don't really care about what they're trying to steal. You don't really care about the plot, the characters. Even though the plot is simple, most of the time, I don't really care what it's about. And that for me is the rock bottom. When you create a movie and for some reason the audience doesn't care about the characters, let alone the plot. If they don't care about the plot, the movie will feel meaningless. This is the problem, right? I struggled very hard to find a good aspect that I like, because the characters that are in this film are very much clueless. Even if, Mark Wahlberg's character himself is clueless, and that is the rock bottom for me. You don't care about the characters, you don't care about the story, and the movie feels very aimless. There's no final goal, and the movie doesn't really have high stakes for you to care about the characters and get invested in the action sequences, because the action sequences in here are very lackluster. Alright, so the film is super mid, and here's the thing. If you want to search for a brain dead movies that you can just enjoy wherever you are and whenever it is, this may fall into the category of brain dead movies. But there is a problem. There are a lot of better brain dead movies than this one. So go check out Wolves, for example, a movie that I have reviewed, some time ago. That is much better than this, because this film doesn't have some memorable sequences or action sequences or memorable character development. No, all of that is non-existent in the movie. And when you leave a film as disappointed as I am, let's be honest here, I don't have any expectation whatsoever for this film, because I knew that Mark Wahlberg was trying to, play every single character the same way, even though his characters are different, but he acts the same, he talks the same, and his, funny, quirky moments are there, but they doesn't land very well. So please, if you want to enjoy this film, sure, have it your way. But I don't have an expectation for this, and for some reason, yet still, I am super disappointed by this because it is super forgettable. You ask me, tomorrow, for example, what I said about the movie, and I would just forget the entire movie. That is the rock bottom for me. If I watch something and then I forget about it the next day, well, then the movie really fucking sucks. And yes, I'm trying to find at least one aspect that I need to praise, that I can praise for this film, but I just couldn't find any good serviceable aspect that works in this movie. Yes, it may be entertaining because of LaKeith Stanfield's character that is quite funny, alright? But other than that, the movie really falls flat. If you want to search for some heist movie, go watch Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean 13. There are many better heist movies than this one. So, I will give Play Dirty a 3 out of 10. Yes, the score is just, it is what it is, okay? Because I couldn't find any way to praise this movie whatsoever. So 3 out of 10. If you have seen Play Dirty, what do you think about it? Am I too harsh with this review, or do you feel the same that I do? Because yeah, this film was super forgettable. And if you want to skip this film, sure, fine, have it your way. Go watch better heist movies than this. Even when you're searching for a Granddad movie, there are many out there that is way better than this one. So 3 out of 10. And if you have seen Play Dirty, tell me everything, drop in the comment section down below, and see you on the next video.